In this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 5 best cards at each position right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. So I'll be going over what I think are the top 5 best point guards, top 5 best shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. And you guys can let me know in the comment section down below what you guys would change about my top 5s, and maybe let me know some of your guys' best cards at each position and what you guys would change about my top 5. But coming in at the number 1 spot, talking about the top 5 best point guards, I think you got to give it to Hero Jokic. He's still 6'11" at the point guard position and can really do everything at a super high level. 6'11" at the 1, 7'3" wingspan, amazing all-around stats and badges, and he's going to be an elite level defender because of his player model, his size at the point guard position. And then he also does have that super fast jump shot with the Eric Pascal base, Oscar Robertson upper on very quick timing. Is actually a great jump shot for a 6'11" point guard, and then he's got some pretty decent dribble sigs with the Curry size up and the John Wall escape. So I do think Jokic for me is going to be an obvious number 1 at the point guard position. I think he's a tier above every other point guard. As much as I do like Ben Simmons at number 2, as I did not spell Ben right, but yeah, as much as I like Ben Simmons and what he brings on the defensive end and his size, I just think Jokic is a tier above because Jokic can pretty much do everything that Ben does defensively, has the height, has the wingspan, the player model, but then Jokic also has a way better jump shot than Ben Simmons, able to knock down threes a lot more consistently. I do think Ben, though, is the second best point guard, and I think they are definitely the 1 and 2 in my opinion. For the next 3 point guard spots, I think it really comes down to preference. I mean, for me personally, I'm gonna put Jordan at number 3. I know a lot of people put Luka, a lot of people put different point guards. For me though, I really like this MJ card. I think he's very underrated at the point guard position. 6'6" at the 1, 6'11" wingspan. I think his defense is superly underrated. He's a great defender. He's got almost perfect defensive tendencies, and I like his jump shot a lot. I know a lot of people don't like it, but for me personally, I think it's a great jump shot. And then I also do like his dribble sigs a lot with this defensive size up in the tray escape. I think he moves really well. He gets great dunk animations. For me personally, I think these next 3 point guards are all very close. I got LaMelo at number 4, and then I do have Luka Doncic at number 5. You could really change that order however you guys want to. If you wanted to put Luka at 3, LaMelo at 4, MJ at 5, I wouldn't really disagree with that. Or maybe you wanted to throw a Ron Artest, a Scotty Barnes, a Magic Johnson, even a Kobe Bryant. I could all see, those point guards as well. But in my opinion, guys, these are going to be the top 5 best point guards currently in my team. Now moving on to the shooting guard position, going over my top 5 best shooting guards. You guys know who's going to be at number 1, and that's going to be our first endgame in my team, endgame Kevin Durant. This card is just a head and shoulder above every other card in the game besides Manu Boli. 6'10" at the 2, 7'4" wingspan. We know he's an endgame card, so 99 every single stat, every single Hall of Fame badge. He's got the fastest jump shot, it feels like, in game with the KPJ base and the Sadiq Bey upper on very quick timing. And then he's also got the best leaner, best dribble sigs, best defensive stance, best dunk package, best dunk packages, perfect defensive tendencies. You really can't get better than Kevin Durant at shooting guard. He is a perfect shooting guard and will definitely be a top 2 to 3 shooting guard the rest of the year. That's how overpowered he is. So Kevin Durant got to be the best shooting guard right now in the game. I think a somewhat close second is going to be Invincible T-Mac. I think Kevin Durant is definitely on a different tier when it comes to between him and T-Mac, but I think T-Mac is still amazing offensively. 6'8" at the 2, 7'2" wingspan. He's also going to have 99 pretty much every single stat. The main difference is the dribble sigs. KD just moves a lot better in game because T-Mac only has the T-Mac size up and the Curry escape, where Kevin Durant does have the Steve Francis size up and the Trey escape. So he's got better dribble sigs, way better dunk packages than T-Mac, and also way better defensive tendencies. He's taller, better player model. I mean, T-Mac's still really good. He's the second best shooting guard in the game. I think that's a pretty obvious 1 and number 2. And then once again, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with my third best shooting guard. I got LeBron. I know people disagree, whatever. I just like LeBron a lot. I think he's really good at the shooting guard position. I'm kind of tired of explaining myself. If you disagree, you disagree. It's that simple in my opinion. But I got LeBron at number 3 because of his defense, his size, and his rim running ability. Tim Thomas, I do have at number 4. I think he's a great 6'10" offensive shooting guard. He's got an elite level jump shot, really good dribble sigs. Wish his defense was a little bit better. His size isn't that amazing on the defensive end, but still an elite level offensive card. Gotta be a top 5 shooting guard. So actually at the number 5 spot, I do have Invincible Kawhi. When he first dropped on the database, they didn't have his jump shot or his dribble sigs changed, and I was kind of worried for Kawhi. I didn't think he'd really be that great of a shooting guard, but they did update his jump shot, and I believe they also updated his dribble sigs. I'm not 100% sure, but I know they gave him a new base. He's got the KCP base, which I think is a super underrated base in the game, and I think Kawhi Leonard's got amazing dunk packages, really good dribble sigs, a solid leaner, perfect defensive tendencies. He's got amazing defense. Like this card, he plays so elite defense on the perimeter, and I really do like his jump shot. So in my opinion, guys, these are going to be my top 5 best shooting guards. Now to go onto the small forward position, I'm not going to put Kevin Durant in the top 5 small forwards. I know he would be a top 5 small forward in the game, but I think most people, if you do have Kevin Durant, gonna play him at the shooting guard position. So for number 1 and 2 for the top 5 best small forwards, very similar cards. Kind of 1A, 1B is going to be Dark Matter Hero Bol, and then the hero lock-in for the Tuesdays, or for the Tuesday hero cards, the Dark Matter Hero Chet. Both very similar small forwards. I mean, if you take a look at Bol, he's going to be 7'2" at that small forward position, 7'7" wingspan, and can really do everything at a super high level. And very similar with Chet, another 7' small forward, 7'6" wingspan, really good player model, great defender. Don't like his jump shot as much as a lot of people do. I know a lot of people like his jump shot. Me personally, not the biggest fan of it, but Chet gotta be a top 3, I think top 2 small forward in the game. Now at the number 3 spot, I do actually have Larry Bird. I think Larry Bird is very underrated at small forward. I think he's amazing offensively, and he brings a lot more to the table than even I was expecting. 6'9" at the 3, 7-foot wingspan. His defense is super underrated. I think he's an elite level defender. He's got a new improved jump shot with the Eric Paschal base, Kevin Love upper on very quick timing. I think it's a much faster jump shot, super easy to time with. He's also got the Trey fade. He's got the Steve Francis size up, Curry escapes, aim behind the back, 2 best dunk packages with the quick drops off 1, the front clutches, and then also does have perfect defensive tendencies. I mean, they really souped out Larry Bird, for kind of messing up his trophy case card. So I do think he's the 3rd best small forward currently in the game. At the number 4 spot, this is going to be really shocking to a lot of people. I actually have Karl Malone. I know it sounds ridiculous. I can see why people would disagree, but I love this Karl Malone card. 6'9" at small forward, 7-foot wingspan. His stats are pretty much going to be like an invincible level card. And then you take a look at his animations. I think he's got a great jump shot. He's got pretty solid dribble sigs, great dunk packages. His defense is top tier. I might be gassing it putting Karl Malone in the top 5. I do have Jason Tatum at I have Karl Malone at 4, and then I do have Jason Tatum at the number 5 spot. Let me know who else you guys would put in this top 5 over Karl Malone. There's cards like Giannis I was considering, cards like Scottie Pippen, even a Rudy Gay type of card, LeBron potentially. I was also thinking of Kevin Garnett, Jonathan Isaac. So let me know, because I know a lot of people probably do disagree with me having Karl Malone in the top 5. So just let me know, who would you guys put in the top 5 over Karl Malone? But in my opinion, these are going to be the top 5 best small forwards. Now to move on to the top 5 best power forwards in the game. Gotta go Manute Bol. I know a lot of people do run this card at power forward, because if you locked in for Manute Bol, you're probably going to run him at the 4, and then you're going to run Manute at the 4, and then Yao Ming at the 5. So going to be a 7'7" power forward, 8'5" wingspan. Don't think I really need to explain too much about Manute Bol. He's the best or the 2nd best card in the game. I think him and Kevin Durant are on a own tier of their own. Like, I think it goes KD, Manute, 1A, 1B, and then there's kind of a little bit of a drop off to the next tier with the top level cards in the game. But Manute Bol, Kevin Durant, gotta be the best at their position, and I do think Manute Bol is the best power forward. At the number 2 spot, I do have Invincible Shaq. I think he's the 2nd best power forward in the game. I know he's not some super tall giant, but this card, man, is so fun to use and so overpowered at that power forward position. 7'1" at that power forward spot, 7'7" wingspan. We know Shaq's gonna have one of the best player models in the game. He's super dominant down low. They gave him a great jump shot with the Montrezl Harrell base and the John Wall upper on very quick timing. He's got solid dribble sigs. I mean, there's not too much to not like about Shaq. He really does everything you need for a power forward at 7'1" with an amazing player model. For number 3 and number 4, I think it's a really close debate. I got the new Invincible Kristaps at 3, and then I do have Pink Diamond Taco Fall at the number 4 spot. I mean, both very similar power forwards when it comes to their level, you know, in skill and just how good they are. Taco 7'6" at the power forward position, 8'2" wingspan. He still brings that size, that defense, and just overall mashing ability. But I do think Kristaps, because he's an invincible, he's gonna have way more speed, a way higher 3-ball, a way better jump shot, way better defensive stats. I do think he's slightly better at the power forward position. And then to round out my top 5 best power forwards in the game is going to be Invincible Kareem, a really good defender, great player model at the power forward position. And now to move on to the last position here, my top 5 centers. I'm just going to quickly go through it because you guys probably know, you know, who are like the first 3 cards. It's going to be Manupal, number 1. It's going to be Rick or Yao Ming, number 2. That one really comes down to preference. I like Rick Smith a little bit more than Yao, just because I do think Rick has a better jump shot, more consistent, a little bit faster, and they give you both the same defensively wise, and like their height is pretty much the same, and their player models are both amazing. So I got Rick Smith at 2 and Yao Ming at 3, but that one can really be interchangeable. And then for number 4 and number 5, once again, very similar power forward cards, or sorry, very similar center cards. I do have Mark Eden at number 4, and then I got Ralph Sampson at number 5. Very similar center cards. I just think Mark Eden has a better jump shot than Ralph Sampson. Very similar to a reason why I like Rick Smith over Yao Ming. But yeah, guys, that's going to be my top 5 cards at each position in the game right now. These are my top 5 best point guards. These are my top 5 best shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. But like I said earlier, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys would change about my top 5s, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.